Live, baby.
Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Negus. Negus. Negus.
Hustle Hotep, what's going on, brother?
Well, you know, ain't nothing changed but the oppressors.
Not many brothers people, period. Less than 1%, bro. Less than 1%.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So, and out of that less than 1%, is less than 1% of black. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, holla at me. Like I said, don't get it twisted because I don't got the interview voice. I'll run laps around you.
Deacon clearly ain't got no filter, and and the bishop he working on it, but you know God ain't finished with me yet either. So welcome to the church.
Welcome to the church. Not everyone needs to believe in your dreams, but you do.
We want to encourage you if you got a dream or an idea, bet on yourself.
And supporting is like sharing and reviewing, but supporting is also sending that money in.
P.I.M.P.I.N.G, positively influencing my people in negotiating growth.
So, bro, you was reading books for peace or something? You want a different level of poor, yeah.
I do. This is almost like free consulting. Hit that cash app because we giving y'all a free game away on here.
Hey, yo, bro, y'all ain't never did nothing, yo. Y'all ain't never been the best at your local YMCA. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even imagine the immense pressure that it is to stay on top.
Look, y'all. Welcome to the church. The good deacon and the bishop. We doing it ourselves, and we want to encourage you. Look here. Think again. Start asking the right questions to grow and help other people grow.
BIngham looking like 2 chains. So let's get to the Jesse of the week.
Put it up, brother. I don't even think I need to say much. Just put it up. Y'all see that headline? Our Jesse of the week is Trick Daddy, who defends eating booties. And that's who you got rolling your blunt and passing it to you.
Oh, you gonna learn and laugh today. You getting that medicine with that candy right now.
That's our show, y'all.
Yeah.
It's about love. If they ain't about truth, you might have to check them. Ninjas gon' nig if you let them. If they boys in blue, then you might have to red them. Ninjas gon' nig if you let them. I'm the captain now.
You the captain, man. You got to introduce the show and all that, man. Go ahead.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to P.I.M.P.I.N.G Negus. Can't say it like my good brother. What you say?
Please
that's
don't.
spelled with the Negus. Mm-hmm. Don't call us Nigga or Gger, or you might catch them hands. At least from the good deacon. I'm the good Bishop BIngham Hotep. Hustle Hotep.
Yeah.
And I got my good brother there.
Yeah, I'm DeTravius with there, aka Deacon, the good deacon.
What we got? We got a great show for y'all
today.
Got
a great show today. Somebody put the wow emotions. I see who did that. Let me pay attention to the show and stop paying attention to the likes. But yeah, this is the show about helping you grow, getting rid of old ways that hurt. We are about striving to do better. Let me see. We positively influencing my people and negotiating growth. This is the show about edutainment. Please, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna learn. You might even cry. There's edutainment. There's no legal advice, no financial advice. We're here trying to positively influence our people and negotiating growth. So let's get started with the show, man. Unless you want to add something. What you want to add something?
Love is the goal, man. I think you did a great job. Welcome to the church as the assistant pimp today. Our title is The New Daddies. Hoochie Daddy Shorts. What is that? Well, honestly, never mind. Going into it. Who we starting with, brother?
So we could get the reason I named the show because it's Father's Day. The Hoochie Daddy shorts been on fire recently. People been wearing the Hoochie Daddy short. You got them Hoochie Daddy shorts, yeah? You gotta pay them.
No, unless I'm on the beach, there ain't gonna be no hoochie daddy shorts for your boy, man. I'm mainly doing jogging pants. My wife like, why don't you get some shorts? I do jogging pants and I pull my legs up, man, just in case I got that good skin. The mosquitoes be wanting to bite me, so I gotta be able to retract them pants legs and pull them down, cover myself, brother.
Yeah. So let's get into one daddy you got is Diddy, right? Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy,
Oh
he got the rumors
man,
saying that he was that his personal training claimed that he was gay. I didn't even know that still was a topic of discussion. But I'm here to tell y'all to leave that Diddy alone. Yo, if he gay or not, who cares? Yo, that rumor's been around since he's been around. So he's been around for over 30 years now, right? It seems like it.
Yeah, man. At this point, I think what the article basically, he was with Cassie wasting her time, and then Cassie finally got rid of him and was like, "Look, I'm going with your personal trainer," and it's the personal trainer who came out and took some shots. And we was talking about this before the show, like, should we talk about this? Some people consider this Pride Month. I consider this my month. It's my birthday. I'm like the chicks. The whole month is my birthday.
Your birthday. I didn't know this is Pride Month. I please don't.
That apparently they trying to take the month. I'm like, nah, it's too many real ones that was born in this month. Come on, man. We got a whole list of Andre 3000, Tupac. It was Biggie born in this month. I feel like last month. But yeah. Back to Diddy. So this was apparently his personal trainer, and he posted this: "Happy Pride to all my LGBTQ plus friends. Attached is a charity that helps people who are in the closet and gotta move on, along with others." So Diddy just released a song with somebody called "Gotta Move On," and then we saw his trainer. I'm like, oh. Diddy probably hit that.
Yo, you wilding, yo.
He feeling some kind of way, man. Like you said, why come out and try to blow this man's spot up? You got Cassie, you got the prize, you the
Pastor Moody.
Huh?
Pastor J Moody checking in. My bad. I mean,
oh, what's up, Moody? Nah, we got it. Yeah, it's Black Music Month. There you go, brother. I'm with you on that one. But yeah, man, it's like you got the prize. Why you taking shots at Diddy, man? He old now. If he don't want to live his truth, that's on him.
Diddy over 50 years old, man. If he don't want to live it, if he's gay, he don't want to live his life. Where's the LGBTQ plus? I got it right.
Yep.
Where are they coming to Diddy offense, yo? If he's actually that, well, I guess he never said he was that, but. They gotta. If he ever come out, they definitely gotta start trying to cancel people from coming at Diddy, man.
Yeah, no doubt. But Diddy, Diddy keeping up the lie, because he out here in his hoochie daddy shorts with Young Miami, living his best life, man.
So maybe he's the B, right? That B stands for bisexual. Yeah, he's maybe the B. Yeah. But anyway,
that's the hoochie daddy shorts line.
And all I'm about to ask you what. So before we get into some other more silly stuff, let's get it serious. Like, what have you learned through fatherhood? Because you real big on talking about fatherhood, and people that didn't read your book, you talk about the issue with your dad. So that's why I was going with since it's Father's Day, give people some wisdom, help them grow, get rid of old ways that hurt.
What have I learned about fatherhood?
About manhood through fatherhood.
Father, don't get in trouble now. What I got is manhood is often assumed but seldom taught. We all, I think you made a good post about this, man. I feel like I saw it somewhere, maybe IG, where you said something like we all freestyle in life.
Yeah. I just put that up today, I think, or yesterday. Today.
Yeah, man. A lot of us without proper role models or good fathers, man. Like, I know my father was figuring it out. He didn't know his father. And manhood is, again, often assumed but seldom taught. And this goes back to kind of how we ended up on this show. I remember you reached out about Hey man, some words of encouragement for your son. I think you were doing the right thing. We almost need and maybe we talked about this. I feel like we may have talked about this with Moody, where we want to do like a rites of passage for young men when they like turn 13 or something.
Yeah, we did talk about that before. Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah. I feel like we need to do that.
Let's offline. Let's brainstorm that. I mean, we got mad stuff we doing, but let's figure out how we get through that. So I'm putting it on online. Moody, I'm gonna reach out to you, see if you want to be involved. Let's see if we can make that a national type of thing. Start locally, in our community, and see what happens. But we'll figure it out. But go ahead. I mean, I didn't mean to kill your thought.
I think we start with we do what you did. We start within our inner circle, our sons, and try to, what's the things I want you to do. And man, that's partly why I started writing my second book. Like if something happens to me, there's a line in Lion King where Simba is talking to his dad after he dies in the stars when the monkey beat him upside the head, like look up. And Mufasa, like, man, I ain't been a good dad if you feel like you're not prepared to be king. Like, so what's the lessons? What's the things that, maybe top 10 that you would tell your son or your children, period? Because it's not just being a father to your son. What's the top 10 things you would tell them to be a success in life? And what does being a success in life look like? Because it look like different things for different people. For me, it's not about having money or anything like that. It's like walking in your purpose. How are you going to impact this world and move your people forward? And I think that's what this show is about. We trying to help our people negotiate growth. You said it. What about you, brother?
Oh man. So yeah, I never knew my dad. So my dad, he was killed when I was 8, but I didn't know him before that. And then my stepfather, we didn't really have a father-son relationship like that. But yeah, he moved. He came in my life when I was 12. But I think I learned is really just like, because in our community we have the narrative that ends ain't ish. You know what I mean? And dads get blamed for everything. What I realized is that we all freestyling this thing. Well, I said that and I think like a lot of it is there's multiple sides to a story.
Yeah.
Right? So it's your mom's side, your dad's side, and then what really happened. And because I used to go hard at dudes like, yo, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But then once I became a dad, I realized, and through my co-parenting, step parenting, it's like, yo, everybody freestyling, and dad, your feelings matter too. Like your true matter. But nobody want to tell you. Everybody be like, yo, you just gotta chalk it up. You gotta be a man. You don't show your emotions, but it's just one of those things that I'm learning that it's a freestyle. I'm assuming people doing what they think is in their best interest, even if it's not. That's what I learned, man. And I, I need to be more expressive so I don't get the trash Father's Day gifts like socks. The daddy get socks. They get the big piece of chicken, as Chris Rock would say.
Man, look, I'm gonna share this just on the strength. Let me see, how can I share it? Is it sharing? Add to stream.
I got to stream.
Look at this, man. Do it yourself Father's Day white cake. Go like, dang, man, we ain't crap, bro.
You gotta do it yourself Father's Day cake.
We ain't crap, man. Like, yo, that's crazy. Anyway, but that go with our theme, the new daddies. And now they got theme music for their Hoochie Daddy shorts. They gonna be out here like Diddy. Yes, they do. It's called Drake's newest album. Honestly, never mind.
Yeah, you got that off. I ain't know where you was going with that.
And it's really honestly, never mind. I listened to it the other night, and it was only because I was too lazy to get up and reach my phone and change. But it's like full of house music, and you got people out here who loving the album, and it's just like, we know Drake's an emotional dude. I love to know his sign. It got to be like a air sign or something like that if you believe in astrology, because dude just seemed like man, it got to be hard to be rich and want love, but not be able to trust anybody. So I'm gonna have some empathy. I ain't gonna go in on the brother. Like I know if I was rich and wasn't with nobody at his point, had his type of money, I'd probably feel like everybody trying to come for my money too. But dude, just it's an emotional album about women, and it's just like if I want therapy, I want some real therapy. And this kind of like a transition here, because last week you hadn't really had a chance to digest Kendrick Lamar's album, but it's like you compare his album to Kendrick Lamar's. Lamar's is like Kendrick's is real, like he talking about childhood trauma and all of that stuff, and then Drake is just going over and over different women, how he should have left them or this or that. You ain't doing good without me, and it's just like, bruh,
that's the whole album,
man. Let's get people in the comments who actually listen to it. Y'all go ahead and comment. But for me, my perspective, it was like it's appropriately titled. Honestly, never mind. You should have kept that, bro. But some people, you know, it's like it sounds like the European house music and all of that.
Oh, for real, he got a lot of that boom, 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 boom. The EDM joint.
Yeah, it's soft.
So
yeah, but you get your take next week when we talk about it. But you listen to K Dots though. What you think? Let's talk.
Yeah, so I revisited the joint. I think it's pretty good, man. I was telling you before, I said I saved the tape. It's not one of those albums. I feel like it's one of the rare times that I think an album is a piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess every album, because I felt like Good Kid, Mad City was a piece of art too. I guess all his albums kind of sort of now I think about it.
Yeah.
All his albums are like they're not really meant to be listened to one track, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, like Section 80 going all the way back. You're right.
Yeah, it's like a complete body of work. Mm-hmm. And I think this might be his most artistic piece, I think. Maybe that would be recency bias. But now I think it's a good album. He got when I went back and listened to it, I actually like this album better than everything I heard except for I think Good Kid, Mad City still I think is best album to me, but this one might be second.
Yeah, no, I think it's some bangers on there, bro.
Yeah, I like he stepped it up. He stepped it up. He stepped up the content. He stepped up the whole. Like I said, I think his albums is like it sound like a. I think you said it sound like a play. It could be like a play.
Yeah,
it sounds like so. It's not. I think like you can't. It's almost not fair to even talk about it as it's music, but it's more than music, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think it's gonna help some people heal. Like, oh, you went through this and that. Like he put it all on the table, man. Yeah, I'm glad you listened to it. And I'm still knocking the like 5 or 6 songs that I really rock with.
Yeah. So he does a great job of he got the 5 joints. He had 5 like stuff that you could definitely play without the rest of the album.
Yeah,
but that seemed to be. That I'm assuming that's by design. He got like 5, like I know, like so for please don't kill my vibe, please don't kill my like on the phone, like you can play that, but that's in the midst of so N95, right? Like that can be played outside of the album, but it makes a lot more sense within the album too. So I think he does that by design. I think that's not a by happenstance. I think that's by design. Like I'm gonna have 5 joints, at least 5 joints that people can play no matter what. But really, this whole thing is really meant to be listened from start to finish. That's how the album sounded to me.
No, I'm with you. It takes me back in the mind of like the Chronic and Dr. Dre how, and then you know that whole thing. You got bangers that you could, but it makes sense when you got time to listen to the whole thing. Like you actually go where they at. I like it, man. I can't wait to get your take on Drake's Honestly Never Mind. Though. Please go listen to that, bro. Like,
I saw that it dropped, and maybe that is not on my radar like that. I saw that. The only reason I know that it dropped because I saw it on YouTube Music. And it was like new music, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know. It don't seem like they promoted it like that. Well, maybe that's because I'm off social media
B done forced people to come out quick because she done did her thing. But when you listen to Hoochie, honestly, never mind. I get in my mind, I got the vision of some Negroes running around with Hoochie Daddy shorts and Hawaiian shirts halfway opened up, dancing to house music somewhere with snow bunnies. Like, yo, yeah, this some Diddy stuff right here. All right, we're gonna get off that so we don't get fired. Golden State.
Yeah. So I put a post up.
Mm-hmm.
It was based on Tupac. Some people might not have got it. Hopefully everybody got the reference point. I didn't put it up on LinkedIn because I said, LinkedIn is supposed to be the professional Facebook.
Right.
But I was so my prediction was wrong. So you was right 2 weeks ago when you said I before the playoffs I did say Golden State. But when the finals happened, I saw my Boston was playing and Jason Tatum specifically. I posted. I said I've got Celtics in 7. Obviously, I was wrong. Golden State in 6, and I'm still not impressed with stuff like that. But you know what I mean? That's just me.
Hey man, Steph is the greatest shooter. He has the greatest opportunity to shoot, so naturally he the greatest shooter. I thought that Boston could have won this thing. Man, Jason Tatum trash, bro. I can't believe he all NBA first team over LeBron. I watched the last 3 games I watched, and I felt bad for Al Horford and Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown because they was playing their butt off. And man, every time their team came back, then all of a sudden it was like, I don't know if it was the coach or whatever, but they was like, give it to Tatum, let him bring it. He'd make like 3-4 turnovers in a row or terrible shots. And it's like, bruh, you got shut down. He had the worst finals ever. I think like 100 turnovers.
It's something crazy. The most turnovers ever in the final, I believe.
In the finals and in the playoffs. Let me pull this up. And his numbers for all NBA first team, it's like, are you kidding me? These is his turnovers, man. I don't know. He averaged almost 4 turnovers a game. Shot 20 times, averaged 20 shots a game, only hit 7, man. It's like, bruh, you screwing your team up. Like, I really do believe he gave the finals away, almost like he was, I don't know, betting against them, and he got some family members. He done slid some money or something. Like, yo.
You know what I've been thinking about recently? I posted this in the group chat with Corey. It was one of them things like I'm leaning less towards. So I only watched one game. I watched game 3. That's the game that they won, and he played horrible in that game too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's less so like I think the NBA needs to be discussed in 2 phases. I've been saying this for a couple of years now. You got the regular season. We're really in 3 phases: the regular season, the playoffs, and then the finals. Those are 3 different things, man. The regular season, a lot of teams and players ball out in the regular season. When it comes playoffs, like when Jokers can prepare for their games.
Hard.
Yeah. When it comes to Jokers can prepare for the game and they can watch film tape and adjust. It's a different game, man. And Tatum. Oh, where I was going with the finals thing, I'm leaning less towards that people fold and just that they just can't adjust to the adjustments. Yeah. Like he was shooting, but the game I saw, he was missing wide open joints, man. I feel like I don't want to say he got paid off. I don't want to say he got paid off, but he was looking suspect, yo.
Man, I was mad. I was mad. I'm watching the game like, yo, Milwaukee's supposed to be here. Yeah. Y'all wouldn't have beat us if it wasn't for Horford, because Horford came out of nowhere hitting threes. Dude was solid. And it's like, y'all making, and this the performance you put up, bro? Like, really? Your team done carried you this far, and you just like Steph gets carried. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Steph get carried. You got a good team. People acting like, oh, he the best of this generation. Like, you are the best shooter. Let's not exaggerate. You're not the best player. You're not the most transformative player. Like, shut up with that, bro. Like, that if that ain't LeBron, I'm questioning you. You probably walk around in Hoochie Daddy shorts comparing Steph to LeBron. Like,
yeah, that's gonna be number what I'm saying, Joe. You got to put that in the video next.
You probably wear Hoochie Daddy shorts. Like, come on, man. And people forget the reason Jason Tatum is struggling is because when you won your last one, you added Kevin Durant. Let's not forget the only person to be compared to LeBron James coming out of high school was Andrew Wiggins. He was a number 1 pick. He's on the cover of ESPN. Go back, do all your fact checking or whatever. And not only is you balling with your core team that you know, but you done added an Andrew Wiggins. And Andrew, for me, just like the previous years, it was Andre Iguodala, and really they robbed Draymond Green. He the heart of the team. Yeah. This year it was Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins balled out every game and he shut down Tatum. Like, look, Steph, you just got to shoot. That's it.
Yeah.
And they gonna pass you the ball. You pass me the ball, and I could keep shooting. I ain't no killer like that, but shoot. If you keep telling me keep shooting, Charlie, I'm gonna hit some, bro. Period.
He Andrew Wiggins. So my prediction was I didn't think Andrew Wiggins can carry the team over the series to be the best, to be the MVP. But Steph, they won the game and Steph played horrible, yeah.
Yeah. I am hating Kimberly because people acting like he got the finals MVP now, so he on LeBron level. But look at how he played. LeBron didn't have nobody to carry him. Dude, you got carried. Several games you got carried. He went 0 for 9 in 3-pointers in like game 5, and y'all still won. Like, come on, man. Them ain't MVP numbers. Matter of fact, let me pull up his stats too.
He said those ain't MVP numbers.
Nah, them ain't MVP numbers. Like, well, yeah, we gonna see Stephen Curry. Now let's share the screen. Oh, that's Cleveland. We just won Golden State and Boston. Like, come on, man. Like, the deck was stacked against you. Everybody wanted you to win. It's fine. But look, let's look at Steph numbers too now. I can't see what is it? Points, rebounds, assists. All right, there we go. We got the minutes here. He averaged 27 points. I ain't gonna hate. 5 rebounds, 6 assists. That's cool. What is this? But you averaging 20 shots and you making 8?
Yeah,
come on, man. That ain't dominance. That is not dominance by any means. Now, they giving you the ball. You come on, man. He shoot better than that in the regular season.
Nah, he definitely do. He definitely his shooting percentage goes down in the playoff. That's because I told you you gotta do 2 separate analysis, man.
Yeah, because they could plan for you now. And I mean, Marcus Smart did his job. Jason Tatum was the real MVP. He just gave like 3 games away. The last 3.
Tatum was the MVP.
And, yeah, man, he broke his team heart, bro. Yeah. All
right. So let's get into the thing against segment. What you got? You got Monique.
We got you getting your roses, brother. Go ahead, get your roses.
Nah, go ahead. I forgot what I said about it. When you said it before we hit the show, I forgot what I said about Monique.
Last time, I think we talked about her 2 weeks ago because she went at DL Hewley and he brought out some receipts and you was like, she need to check her management. But apparently she won her lawsuit. They settled with her.
Settled don't necessarily mean she won.
Yeah, that she won. But I mean, in black folks' language, she won. she won. They didn't dismiss her and she didn't get nothing. And we talked about this questionable sources. They say she got 50 mil. Somebody close to her. Where is it? A person close to the case told us that she received 50 mil from Netflix. So we're gonna call that a win. That's questionable. Yeah. But I think you was telling us hey, look, I feel like this was one you was right on.
Yeah, I just don't know because I said so much about Monique.
Well, think again. Monique good now. That's our
say. Yeah, so she settled. Congrats to her.
Yeah,
I doubt that it was 50 million. One.
She probably ain't gonna get another show on Netflix though, which may hurt her career. I hope she invested in the stock market.
She got to buy. Well, that's a great transition. But I'm gonna get my take on it. Shout out to her. I think she needs. I think don't know if we talked about this before. Like when people get to a certain level, like they don't have people that's quote unquote that they keep it real with them, or that they, if that person is keeping it real with them, they don't respect their opinion. Because it's like a lot of stuff she be doing is just like, how does this help you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Long run, like, and you have somebody, what she call daddy, she call homie daddy. We got to do daddy. She call him daddy, like daddy be like co-signing your shenanigans, and it's just like, it's probably because he depends on her. Like, I don't know what he does outside of manage Monique. What does he do? Or what was he before? I don't even know his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name either, but I agree with you, because going out at DL Hewley and 50 Cent just saved you. You had already been blacklisted, and then you come out again, and it's like, man, sometimes shutting up is good for you. Like, keep your name out the press. Just lay low and try to get you a couple more roles or something. Like, she does seem very contentious, and we all know people like that that's just about that drama, like everything. I see the people on Facebook, we both know somebody mutually who like, dang man, why you keep your nose in drama? You were
say names of names. I've been on Facebook for a minute.
These your Jersey people, man. I'm gonna let them make it.
Okay.
I'm gonna let them make it, but it'd be like, dang,
Jersey people from where?
I don't know, bro. I don't be paying that close attention. I know how to scroll and not comment on stuff. Like,
that's why I didn't have that discipline. That's why I had to get off that junk.
Why you mad? You mad about everything. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard ain't got nothing to do with you. Neither do Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jackson. Like, them folks is rich. Why is you investing all this energy in hot takes on them and this and that? And like, yeah,
are they at least trying to monetize? I already know that answer.
I don't know. No, probably not. Just clowns at sometimes, but we all be clowns at. We gonna exercise grace and mercy, but that's our Think Again segment. Yeah. I want to go to the Jesse of the week.
Oh, yeah. Pew, 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 pew. We need to get somebody with Corey at Corey and Con need to get the keyboard. We get the sound effects that we get the pew, 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 pew. We get
oh, wait, we got to put the banner up. Jesse of the week. We ain't been doing our banners like that, probably because I'm the captain now. This is just terrible, bro.
Because I'm good. Yeah, we ain't talking about this before the show. Why the fall off the bike is the Jesse of the week, yo.
No words is needed. I'm good. No, you ain't good, man. You just done let us. This go back to that conversation about the lesser of two evils. Democrats, you screwed us, man. Like, is this our king? This was the best we could do this whole, man.
That's definitely y'all king for sure, 100%.
Man, I'm so disappointed. And he lied. He still ain't did the student loans yet. Like, let's use this as fuel, black people to go out and vote. We gotta make sure our candidate is in there, and we can't settle no more, man. Like, we need a divorce from this Jesse. He's just the worst. We knew he was old as dirt, but that's one Jesse of the week. The next one is this line conservative, Herschel Walker. We said don't get
he confessed. Okay.
Yeah, he got 3 secret kids. And look, they got he got so many lies. It's like, bro, they got stories on stories where he quoting and saying different stuff, and they just like, nah. The lie.
Put that link in the West because I was looking at it differently. Put that link in the chat.
All right.
So I can review it because I reviewed a different link. So what was crazy, I think I said I'm gonna say before the record. I think he's suffering from CTE, man.
Yeah, he's special.
Cause the stuff he be doing and saying, I don't know if it's like don't seem like it's regular stuff, man.
Man, he lied about his family life. He done lied about his academic credentials. He done lied about businesses. It's almost like he taking a script from Trump. Like, I'm just gonna exaggerate because I could do it. And it's like, bro, are you trying to be the Black Trump? You just saying whatever?
It's never going. He could try, but it's never going to be a black Trump. I said I was going to say it for the record. I'm gonna tell you why. One, white people ain't gonna let you be the black Trump. But more importantly, black people ain't gonna let you be the black Trump. Because black people gonna get you out of the paint before you even get to white people accepting you like that. Because black people, we look at some, we are afraid of looking bad, putting people in positions of power, and they looking bad because we feel like that's a reflection on all of us. Yeah. Like, I don't think white people have that burden, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how, because to me, if they did have that burden, Donald Trump wouldn't have been in there. Because Donald Trump, no matter, regardless, you like, yo, his politics or whatever you like about him, like the image of what he was and who he is, like multiple divorces. I don't think he had anybody out of wedlock, but bankruptcy, multiple scandals. Like, yo, black people, we are not accepting, co-signing any behavior from somebody like that, putting them in a position of power. Like, they might get in a position of power without us with that, but we ain't half of us is not voting for us, which is like about half of white people voted for Trump. Half of us is not getting behind that. Just period.
I 100% agree. We got to worry about them negative stereotypes, but you know the irony. Don't get fired. Don't get fired.
You got your whole tip hat on.
Trump and remember, I got my crown. Trump and his scams and lying and his privilege and mediocrity. That does kind of represent a large portion of that's their ancestors. You was mediocre. You stole stuff. You scammed. You lied. Like,
I get it. But we not gonna.
We can't do that. You're right.
We're not gonna.
We're not about that life. But I'm not surprised he got in there, and some of them still holding on to it. I mean, they having the January 6th hearings now, and all of this stuff is coming out, and this dude still ain't in jail. And it's what's
crazy. If I was really still on it like that, trolling and all that, is like I called all of that, and everybody was like, nah. When one of the people was like, he's not gonna win, I was like, yo, he's gonna win. I predicted that. I was like, the reason he was gonna win, just as a recap, I said he tapped into that white angst, white hate, white fear, black excellence. You know what I'm saying? Because every time there's black people get on, you get somebody, a movement or somebody that's up there, they come back. Like we saw that in at the end of slavery, when the Reconstruction and all that type of stuff, how they got rid of that, like all these black we saw it in the Black Wall Street. We saw it. It's multiple examples of it. It's like I saw that repeating the history, and he was saying the key words and the trigger language, and they was on top of it. And then some of my white friends was texting me like, yo, he's not that, like, yo, fam, you wilding right now. Like, yeah, they was trying to convince me that this dude wasn't who he was. And I was like, yo. Then they was like, so I don't even know, everybody knows me. So I don't even know why people be like, they think I'm going to not state my opinion or change it because you asked me about it. So they was like, a couple people was like, yo, so are you saying, so I said, anybody that supported Trump, at the very least, y'all good with racism. Like y'all might not, and I always say everybody race. All of us are racist. Yeah. Different levels to it, right? Yeah. So do a couple of jokers saying like, so you saying I'm a racist? I said, yes. Like you, what you got going? You already know me. What you got going to change my answer? You know I'm gonna change my answer because you called me or you texted me. It was like, yo, so you saying, she's like, I'm voting for Trump. Am I racist? Yes. Yes, I already said that. Why you asking me? What you think? I'm like, nah, no, you are. At the very least, I always say all of us are racist. And two, at the very least, you're racist and you're not everybody. So here's the issue. Why people don't want to embrace racism, right? Is because we think that it means that you have to be burning crosses and having the what's name. Nah, racism is a little just as all you need to be a racist to think that another race is better than the other. All you need to be. That's the textbook definition of it. You know what I'm saying? And all of us buys in, just like all of us buys into sexism a little bit. All of us buys into theism, right? Belief or non-belief for God. All of us buys into that. All of us buys into capitalism. Like this is part of our society. So you cannot be that. And that's everything that our society is built on. But I'm off the pulpit. Hold up. I got hit my cash app. I don't know if I dropped anything that y'all hit. Yeah, wait a man that he ain't hit my cash app, man. I thought he was gonna show up today.
Look, you had a good transition. I ain't want to interrupt you, but we was talking about shows.
Oh, shows, yeah. So
they are who we thought they were. You voted for Trump. I hate to hurt your feelings, but we can't be. Oh, that's a hot take there. You voted for Trump. We can't be cool. You are cool with my oppression. I root for everybody black. Always, always. I like to say we all got biases, but you took it to the next level. Like, yeah, you're a racist. That's why I started hitting my thing. Like, well,
so here's the thing. The thing
we trying to grow, though. We trying to grow.
So here's the thing. Before you go into your take, like I said, it's not necessarily that, you got to be. But I think 99% of racism, well, I ain't gonna say 99, that's a lot. 95% of racism is like just everyday racism that just embedded in our society. So, like, for example, that's ghetto. That's rooted in racism, bro. If you say that, that's rooted when you say you got a black name. That's rooted in racism because you want me to have Isaac. You want me to be named David.
You want me to feel bad for joking on your name? Is that what you trying to do on the slip?
Because you clearly see.
No, but you're right though, man.
Proper English, why you say proper English?
Yeah,
like,
no,
I'm not. That's rooted in race. All these things are rooted in racism. Rape, you know what I'm saying? Like, what as the youngins call it, microaggressions. Like that's all. But anyway, go ahead. You was going to who we are because I think I told you I got this book. I'm gonna check when we get off.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna watch it with Trey. Netflix special. He's a civil rights lawyer. And he reminded me of Professor M. from The Hustle, man. The way he was pacing the stage. I didn't get a chance to watch it all because I was like, you know what? I need to watch this with my son. But it's a chronicle of racism in America. And we talked about books and different things like that. But he goes and uses the numbers and like, yeah, maybe none of us own slaves, but we all responsible for this. And basically what we already know, until we acknowledge, we're not going to get past this as a nation. And we got to start. So he went to Marquette undergrad, which is located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Is like that's where Dwayne Wade went, but it's a Jesuit school. I went to the high school for 1 year and had to get up out of there. It's real prestigious though. It's like Notre Dame, but it's Notre Dame on drugs because Notre Dame is like Catholic. They like the Jesuits. They beat yourself on the back from
that's Jesuit. Okay, because Georgetown is a Jesuit school. Georgetown.
Yeah, it's like that's a different level of Catholicism. And then he went to Harvard Law and he was like, man, I didn't learn some stuff about my people and what America did until well after I was a lawyer. And he breaks it down. So it looked like it's going to be a good show. And it ties into this theme that we was talking about how we could never get away with that. We don't want to meet the stereotypes. But the crazy thing is they control the narrative. Yeah. But Trump would have fit right in. I mean, when you look at our politicians and some of the richest people in the world, some of the corporations, they scammed, they lied, they was privileged, they stole from people. It's like, yeah, I could see how half the nation would vote for him, regardless of knowing who he is. But we'll move on to better topics.
Well, hold on. So I haven't seen it, but so your boy was a professor at one time.
Did you used to run laps around them, Africana studies or something like that?
Something like that. So I used to teach a course called Topics in American Politics. It was called Entrepreneurship and the Laws. Actually was very influenced by Professor Raj. But we did like so the basis of the course was how some people was like, yo, my family came from Jamaica, Russia, wherever, and they quote unquote made it. What happened to black people? So we try to answer what happened to Black people for financially through looking at statutes and laws, more specifically with U.S. Supreme Court cases. So we look at Brown v. Board. So what does separate but equal? Well, that's Plessy versus Ferguson. But what does that mean? We know what it means socially. What does that mean from a business standpoint when you
can I interject? I'm gonna let you finish running laps around them. I just want to add this comment. I'm coming to the conclusion that, yo, Martin, you messed us up, bro. Integration was probably one of the worst things to happen to us. We should have just got along. But go ahead.
Yeah, so we can talk about that because that's complex topic because he admitted that he didn't have that foresight. He said we integrate into a burning building. He did say that eventually.
Yeah.
I think Martin was young too. People don't realize how young that Joker was when he got into. However, we talk about that another time. We run laps around him another time. So where was I going with it? Oh, we talk about how what does separate equal. We know what it means socially, but what does it mean economically and business wise, right? So, for example, most people's biggest asset is what?
They home.
They home, right? So, what does redlining? How does that affect your wealth? How does that affect? You know what I'm saying?
Put a limit on how high you gonna go. Yep.
How does that? So, a lot of people. So if that's your biggest asset and it's legally, it's illegal, right? But they were literally redlining how it came about. He's like, redlining, we're not selling Black people or giving mortgages beyond this red line on the map. That's what banks were doing. But like, so if that's Americans' biggest asset, just imagine like how that trickle down affects everything, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So like that go back to racism. It's rooted in everything we do. So I don't know the answers, but I know part of the answer is that we meaning people of color, Black people, or whatever your group is, got to stick together more when it comes to economics. Like,
and that's why I say integration screwed us, because we started to have a look at us now. We don't trust one another. We'll go support a business. If we don't get enough napkins, we gonna tell everybody else they terrible, never go back there. But we'll go to a branded restaurant owned by others and give all of our money away.
It's crazy. You said this more multiple episodes, right? But I thought about it after you said it. It's like, yo, like just go with the restaurant thing, right? We hate on a restaurant that's by us, that's owned by us, right? Saying the service, whatever, they got the order wrong. But jokers, you know how many times jokers get McDonald's mess your order up and jokers be going right back to that joint?
I mean, I think the nail shops, you could go across the board, and I'm not trying to be a hypocrite because, I'll get nice brands, but I also support my people. Like you out on the corner selling weight loss teas or whatever, I may not even drink it, but if I see the hustle in you and you got a good personality, here you go right here. I'm just going to support Black businesses because that's just what I do. But we don't do that. It's some of us. We skeptical. Oh, it's a scam or this or that or yada, yada, yada. And I think when we integrate it, it's the same thing. I was looking at something on Facebook and I have to find it. It was talking about HBCUs and football, how in the beginning, and it was showing that it had the actual letters like, no, you need to go to Tuskegee. That's set up for you. Like from Alabama. Alabama was not letting any African-American players into their school. And look at who win all the championships now and who they used to do it. And it was like, dang, once we was allowed in, that I got this from you. I can admit that because it makes it simple. The white man's ice water was so much colder than ours that we left our schools. But back in the day, HBCU football teams was everything. And there was no competition with PWIs because they couldn't keep up. But once they saw one of us in, they just exploited us, and it took away from the HBCUs. It took away from our communities. And, where do we have a Black Wall? That's why I love Atlanta. If there is a Black Wall Street, I'm going to call it Atlanta or somewhere in Houston. But we had multiples of those. Like you said, in the Reconstruction era, you the professor. So, once we started becoming politicians and all of that, KKK, it was like, oh, no. They really threatened our rights to vote and was putting our lives. It's like, nah, y'all can't come up. And what you said, the fear of black excellence, that's what it sits in. And so we all about love on this show, but we also gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah, the fear of black excellence is very, very real, bro. Very, very real. Like, so you could be excellent in sports. Even back then, that was even an issue, but now people got used to that. You could be excellent in sports, music, anything else though.
That's it.
Entertainment, sports. I guess sports is entertainment, but you could be that.
You could entertain us.
You can entertain.
And you could be excellent in cooking. You could feed us. You could feed us. But if you try to be excellent in anything else, and I mean, Obama was excellent in excellence. And what did we get as a result of that? Like, that fear led to Trump, man. We know it, but I just wanted to put it out there. If we had never integrated, how much further would our African American communities be along if we didn't, like, yeah. And you know, you laid it out. You the good professor. You was like, as Martin got older, he like, what did I do? Yeah. It was a reason. It's still a reason why they celebrate Martin over Malcolm. Yeah. Malcolm's in my house. Martin's on one painting, but
Martin Luther King. So the thing about we can have a professor session or whatever. Like, Martin Luther King's story is crazy because he lived a short. He died. He was killed fairly young, but he did so much within that time, and he changed so much when you start reading the speeches. And he took like diligent notes. He was a pastor, right? He was a reverend. You know what I'm saying? So he kept diligent notes, and you can see like his thinking in the speeches. So we only promote the "I Have a Dream" speech, but even that we only promote a part of that. Even when you go longer, he was getting at people in that speech. It's like we just didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
we just not taught that. We just not taught to read it beyond "I Have a Dream," that the content of your character part and all that. Like, yo, he talking about mad stuff in that speech. But that's another story for another time.
No, it ties into, this is exactly what the brother said. Like, yo, I didn't know all of this. And so he walks through it. It's a good show. Invite our audience to
so just the reason why I know this is when I went to Rutgers, like, I didn't learn this in high school. When I went to Rutgers, I was I had a cheat code. I'm giving everybody a cheat code on how you succeed in college. We can talk about that with the Jews. So I was like, so when I went to college, I went specifically to get the law degree, right? So people were telling me to study politics. Mm-hmm. So I was a political science major until my last year, actually. And I had like African studies. I was double major. But read the cheat code, people. College. They tell you to do whatever, like, do what you think is going to get you through the school, what you interested in. Like, if you want to be a doctor, obviously it's certain things that you probably should be taking, but on the other courses, like your electives and whatever is going to do credit, like, do something, study what you're interested in, yo. Don't be studying no stuff that's you, because if you're interested in it, in my head, you're going to do well in it, right? You should anyway. If you're going to do, so it was African studies, man, and I did my honest research through the department. Then I came back and taught, but I learned all that stuff just by reading African studies and then reading on my own. I do have, at home, I do got my library right here, mad books, and I be giving books away and everything. But make a long story short, our history is complicated. We should know it because it's American history, but it's specifically our history and how we navigate the world. And I think when you study the Black experience in America, which is actually a course title at Rutgers University. I got Rutgers shirt on today too. I don't got our merch, but I got the Rutgers joint on. I got to order our merch. I got my shirt shrunk up, but that's another story.
You see the banner.
Yeah. You messed me up. Where was I going with it? Where I was going with
I don't know where you was going, brother. I think he was rambling a little bit, but go ahead.
Nah, I'm good. Because I think I was saying that I didn't learn it. I had to learn it
on your own.
On my own. Basically, that's what I was going with. I had to learn it on my own, and I kept abreast of it because I started teaching about it, but I was also majored in it too. So yeah.
Yeah,
I
no.
gotta check that book. So you said it's on Netflix, right?
Yep, it's on Netflix.
I'm gonna make sure I do it. And we're gonna talk about it next week for sure.
Yeah, I'll put it back up. So, Who We Are: A Chronicle of Racism in America. He remind me of Intima, but I also want you and the rest of the people check out Hustle. This is LeBron James production with Adam Sandler about preparing people for the draft and all of that stuff. It's actually pretty good. You got Queen Latifah, Trey Young in it. The boy Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves in it, talking some trash. It's a pretty good movie. Check it out, and let's talk about it next week, brother. And Drake's Honestly Nevermind, and then the pardon before we get into the prayer, because we're doing good on time. Listen, people, there is blood in these.
Oh yeah, you gotta talk about the market. Yeah.
Market is down. This is when you can come up. It's gonna eventually come up. Everything is on sale right now. So if you shopping at these places, I'm just gonna give a few. We ain't financial advisors, but just give you some thoughts, some concepts. If you already purchasing the stuff and you purchase it consistently, then go ahead and bet on yourself. Like you go to Target or Walmart, whichever one you shop at, grab some stock now. We gonna always wear Nikes, grab them. You're smoking Black and Miles, KO, Marlboro. I forget the original name. Grab some of them.
Yeah.
Amazon, you shop in Amazon. Amazon is on the cheap now. They did a 20-to-1 split, so you can actually afford it now. It's like under $200. Whatever. Gucci, look, Louis Vuitton, Moet and Hennessy, LVMHF.
LVMH. Yeah.
They gonna go up. You like luxury and goods, SPG, which is Simon Property Group. They got like a $6 dividend, and for each share you hold, they almost giving you $7. They typically at like 198 or 200. They like at, I think, $98 now. SPG, bro.
What does that stand for?
Simon Property Group.
Simon Property Group, gotcha.
They own all of the nice luxury malls. You flying to Vegas and spending all your money at these fancy stores, bet on yourself. Buy income right now. Even though the stock down, you already got a 401k. You want your 401k to be paying you. So buy dividend stocks. Look into it. There's dividend stocks out there. You always going to McDonald's, go buy some McDonald's shares. They dirt cheap. You fly Delta, buy Delta stock. It's dirt cheap.
What's name stocks again? Super hammer right now. The airline.
Everything. Microsoft, Tesla, everything is getting hammered right now. But eventually, this stuff gonna bounce back, and we're gonna be able to point to this and say, "See, we tried to help."
About that, you still saying you doubling down on the crypto, or where you at with the crypto right now?
I still got some crypto. I don't need to double down, because as we was telling people, buy each this week. Now $100 will get you so much in crypto because they back down the cents. But I ain't sold mine. I told you that's just throwaway money. So I still got hundreds of shares, maybe up to thousands now of different cryptos just sitting in Coinbase. I'm trying to buy income now. Anything I buy or spend some money on, I want it to be returning money to me. And that's the name of the game, y'all. We'll be able to look back and point at this and be like, yo, we tried to tell you.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I know we got to go, but it was crazy. I was listening to this Harvard professor, business school professor, and he basically, that's his whole theory. You buy income. So whether it's on a stock market, when you look at the stocks that really did well over the years, is really most of the growth is in the stocks that pays dividends. But he was also saying it's easier to buy a company than it is to start one and make it profitable. So you just buy a company, you buy the income from the company. But that's a little jewel at the Cash App. So buy income, man. Buy income.
Buy income.
I'm looking at SPG. I didn't know they was giving out that stock. That dividend's crazy.
Yeah, that dividend's crazy. So let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you at this time just thanking you for all that you are. We thank you for giving us another day, another opportunity to try to positively influence our people. We just pray that you continue to help us grow. protect us in this crazy world, and continue to help the show grow, to do well, and guide the good deacon and I, so that we can figure out ways that not only we could help our people, but help ourselves. In your son Jesus' name we pray, amen. Hit that Cash App.
That Cash App. Oh, y'all go to the website. We still updating it, but y'all go to the website, pimpingniggas.com.
There you go.
There you go. Get some of that merch. All right, man.